Does anyone remember Unikitty? Don't worry, because most people don't, and those who do only remember her from the Lego movie. It's not like the show was bad or anything, but it was one of those shows that you really can't lock your memory in. Unikitty premiered on January 1, 2018, after releasing a sneak peek in late 2017, and by that time, Cartoon Network was kind of dry since all the good shows like Adventure Time, regular show Gumball had either wrapped up or were on their last legs. But by 2017, the lineup was looking weak, and ain't nobody was rushing to turn on the TV for Victor and Valentino. Let me break down the show real quick for the few who might have caught it. Unikitty popped off in the Lego movie in 2014. She was that overly happy, half-kitten, half-unicorn ball of sunshine who could also flip out and wreck your whole life if she got mad. I think I stumbled upon it during one of those random afternoons flipping through channels, and it caught my eye because of how bright and chaotic it looked. The series was episodic, meaning that it didn't really follow a general story. Rather, in each episode, there was a more random situation than the previous one. So in the movie, or rather the show, Unikitty lived in this wild place called Cloud Cuckoo Land, where there were 0 rules. Like, none.
I am Princess Unikitty, and I welcome you all to Cloud Cuckoo Land!
But anyway, despite the chaotic scenes and all that, people loved her. She was cute, she was crazy, and she was colorful. All the ingredients for a fan favorite. Lego saw that and said, yeah, we're milking this. Next thing you know, she's got her own sets, games, and of course her own show. There were several characters, and I swear that each one is better than the other. We have to start with the best character of the series, and that was Richard. He was a floating gray block who was also the caretaker of the castle. Richard's literally just a gray floating block, and he's the most serious one in the group. Then we have Hokodile's the squad's muscle. He's this big, buff, crocodile bird hybrid who wears sunglasses and gives off total gym bro energy. He's always ready to fight for Unikitty, but deep down, he's just a big softie who wants to be loved. Puppycorn, Unikitty's little brother, puppy with a unicorn horn, and he's so full of energy and excitement, it's adorable. Fox, as the brains of the group, she's always inventing stuff. Next we have Master Frown's supposed to be the villain, but he's honestly just a professional hater. He wakes up every day like, how can I ruin everyone's fun today?
Oh, I'll trash the flag! This will ruin everyone's day.
He's super dramatic and petty, but he's also kinda bad at being evil, which makes him more funny than scary. Master Frown had a sidekick, and that is Brock. He doesn't really care about anything. He's this big rock dude with dry humor and 0 energy. By the way, some fans always thought Master Frown and Brock were acting a little suspicious. Like, the way they argued all the time but were always together. People started saying they might be more than just partners in crime. I'm not saying it's true, but they did have that grumpy couple vibe sometimes. Let me get your opinion about this. So all these characters were present in the Unikingdom. This place was full of randomness. One day they'd be throwing a party with singing flowers, and the next they'd be fighting an army of sentient pancakes. Not to forget the Frown Town. This gloomy, depressing place was home to the Doom Lords, villains of the show. Except, were they really villains? Like, Master Frown and Brock were more annoying than threatening. Master Frown's whole goal was to ruin people's days, but he was so bad at it that he usually ended up ruining his own day instead. So I don't really consider him as a villain, but anyway, one thing about it is that it didn't try to be like other cartoons at the time. It leaned all the way into its weirdness and made that its thing. The characters were lovable, the animation was top tier, and the energy was unmatched. Plus, it had this whole message about finding happiness and spreading it, which, let's be real, we could all use more of. I don't know why I keep saying Unikitty, it's Unikitty. So Unikitty didn't need some deep emotional storyline or complex character arcs. It was just pure, unfiltered fun. I remember this episode called Happy Horn. It starts with Dr. Fox's lab in total chaos. Like, stuff was everywhere, and Dr. Fox was freaking out because everything was a mess. Then Unikitty rolls in, all chill, like, yo, you need to relax.
Relax? You think I need to relax right now? Yeah.
But Dr. Fox was like, how am I supposed to relax when everything's falling apart? Then Dr. Fox says,
I wish I had your optimism, Unikitty, but my sciencey brain is just wired to worry.
because, you know, Unikitty's always super positive and happy about everything. So Unikitty goes, I wish there was a way I could share all these happy thoughts in my brain with my friends. Dr. Fox is like, well, actually, I invented something for that. It's called the happy horn.
It replaces the brainwaves of whoever's wearing it with your brainwaves.
Basically, it's this gadget that can replace the brainwaves of whoever's wearing it and make them feel happy. Only problem? It ain't been tested yet. While Dr. Fox was still stressing about the meltdown in the lab, Unikitty grabs the happy horn and slaps it on Dr. Fox's head. Boom! Dr. Fox's whole vibe changes. She's smiling, carefree, even popping out glitter like some kind of party cannon, despite the lab literally burning down in the background. So, of course, Unikitty and Dr. Fox decide, let's make more happy horns and spread this happy energy to everybody.
Let's make more happy horns and spread the joy to the rest of the gang!
Meanwhile, back at the castle, Master Frown and Brock were, as usual, plotting to ruin everybody's day. Hokudile spots them and is ready to throw hands, but before he can, Unikitty and Dr. Fox show up like, nah, chill, we got you. They slap a happy horn on his head, and suddenly tough guy Hokudile turns into this sweet, adorable version of himself. So when Hokudile goes to face Master Frown and Brock, they're ready for a fight, but instead, he just hands them cookies. They're like, wait, what? All confused. Anyway, Unikitty and Dr. Fox keep handing out happy horns. Richard, Puppycorn, the whole squad, they all end up acting like Unikitty. Everyone's super positive, happy, and carefree. But turns out that wasn't a good thing. The happy horns made everybody too happy, and they all started acting weird, over the top, and low-key chaotic. They couldn't control their emotions, so everything was getting ruined. Now Unikitty's stressing out. She heads to the Happy Horn database hoping to find a fix and finds this pre-recorded video from Dr. Fox explaining how to reverse it.
Get them to think like themselves again.
What?
The only way to get the happy horns off is to get the person wearing it to think like themselves again.
So, Unikitty starts working to bring everybody back to their normal selves. She helps Dr. Fox remember how much she loves science, and just like that, Dr. Fox snaps back to being herself. Then Richard goes back to being his boring, serious self, but meanwhile, Master Frown and Brock are still out there trying to ruin everyone's day. Problem is, Hokodile's still all soft and cute, so he can't fight them like he normally would. So Unikitty has to remind him, you're strong, you love fighting enemies. That pep talk works, and he finally takes care of Master Frown. Eventually, everybody's back to their regular selves. Just like every other kids' shows, there was a lesson to be learned.
Shouldn't have tried to make you think like me. Know when things are tough, it helps to stay positive. But positivity isn't enough. You also have to remember to be yourself. Then there's no disaster you can't fix.
But then they realize they forgot all about the reactors back in Dr. Fox's lab. This was one of my best episodes from the show. It was super fun. Now, like all good things, Unikitty had to come to an end. The show ran for 3 seasons before wrapping up in 2020, but because of licensing issues, not because it lacked heart or creativity. Even so, it left behind a sense of fun and whimsy that I'll always appreciate. To anyone who loved it like I did, here's to cherishing those moments.